At one stage, only 69 breeding pairs of wattled cranes remained. Today, they're one of South Africa's great conservation success stories, and surprisingly, the story begins from the cockpit of a small aircraft.
Let me tell you about a different and unusual Bateleur task that we once had. And that was the counting of wattled cranes' eggs. Now you might ask, how do you count birds' eggs from the sky? It's totally doable, and I'm not going to get into all the detail in a short video, but it's in countryside like this, where the cranes find a happy home, very, very quiet dam, far from any human habitation, and they use their long limbs to pull to rake the leaves together of the reeds, building a little mound. And that mound serves for two purposes. One, it's a nice dry cozy spot to make the nest, and in pulling the reeds together they've created a moat. Isn't that clever? Now the predators can't reach them. But our business was to fly down the valley, and it's not easy, I might tell you, because dams and watercourses only occur in valleys, not up on the plateau where the flying is easy. So you got to get down and dirty in the valley, and then you have power lines and other obstacles to negotiate, and you got to come close enough past that nest to be able to identify if it does in fact have two eggs, which most of them do. And the nest then gets blipped on the GPS if it's got the two eggs, and the researcher, in this case we were working with the Endangered Wildlife Trust Wattled Crane program, and that environmentalist researcher comes back afterwards and harvests one of those two eggs for rearing in an incubation facility at the Johannesburg Zoo. And some would say, how can you steal the egg? Well, in fact, the way it happens is that wattled cranes are quite unusual. The first hatchling comes out of the egg and they take it off foraging. The second egg is abandoned. That was placed in the nest as a form of birdie insurance, if you want to call it that. So that egg would not now have perished on the nest, rather it's reared in an incubation facility. And from having been only 69 pairs worldwide, 69 known pairs of nesting wattled cranes, the program has now been terminated with the abundance of cranes rehabilitated into the same wetland area of KwaZulu-Natal. That is a conservation success. And we are told directly by the Endangered Wildlife Trust it would never have happened without the support of aviation. So there you have it, folks. Every contribution counts, and it makes a successful project out of conservation that might never have happened.